Welcome back to News Around, your destination for the most captivating celebrity revelations, emotional confessions, and real stories that move hearts. If you love following the personal lives of Turkey's biggest stars, don't forget to subscribe, like, and tap the join button to show your support. Every click helps us bring you closer to the world where fame meets emotion. And today's story, it's one for the ages. After months of silence, beloved actor Kerem Bürsin has finally broken his long quiet spell to speak openly about the woman who once defined his life, Hande Erçel. His words weren't just a confession, they were a wave of emotion that swept across the entertainment world and reignited one of Turkey's most cherished love stories. For a long time, Kerem Bürsin chose restraint over headlines. While the tabloids swirled with speculation about whether he and Hande Erçel still shared lingering feelings, he remained stoic until now. In a heartfelt interview that has since taken over every corner of Turkish media, the actor, usually known for his confidence and charisma, spoke with disarming honesty about a moment that changed everything. He began quietly, his eyes reflecting a mix of regret and tenderness. That day, he said, "I saw Hande cry." Those 5 words alone were enough to send social media into chaos. The actor paused for a long moment before continuing, his voice heavy with emotion. Her relationship at the time wasn't going well. Seeing her like that tore me apart. I had tried to forget her for so long, but I couldn't. When our eyes met again, my heart felt like it was going to burst out of my chest. Reporters who witnessed the scene described the room falling silent as Kerem spoke, as though everyone realized they were witnessing something raw and unfiltered, a truth finally escaping after years of unspoken tension. Kerem's recollection of that encounter was almost cinematic. He described how, after a long moment of hesitation, he walked toward her. "I didn't say anything at first. I just stood there. Then suddenly, I couldn't help myself, I hugged her. In that moment, it felt like years had melted away. Every misunderstanding, every resentment, it all disappeared in that single embrace." According to those close to the actor, Kerem had been struggling with his emotions for quite some time. The weight of nostalgia, love, and regret had been building up, and that encounter finally cracked the surface. "I told her how much I missed her," he said. "Because I really did. I never forgot Hande, her laughter, her warmth, her energy, her kindness. She's always been special." In his statement, Kerem went on to confirm what fans had long suspected, that their story had never fully reached its conclusion. "There was never a definitive end between us," he revealed. "People thought it was over, but we always felt each other's presence. Hande's tears that day reminded me of how strong our bond really is. Maybe fate has brought us back together." This line, perhaps more than any other, captured the collective imagination of fans across Turkey. For those who had followed their journey since their early days on screen, it was as if an old dream had suddenly been revived. While Kerem's emotional confession dominated headlines, Hande Erçel herself has maintained a quiet, thoughtful stance. Though she hasn't issued a public statement yet, those close to her reveal that she was deeply touched by Kerem's words. According to insider reports, when Hande heard the line, "I have never stopped loving her," she was moved to tears. One friend allegedly quoted her as saying, "I was truly touched that Kerem spoke like that after all these years." Maybe some feelings really never fade. Fans, reading between the lines of her recent social media activity, claim to see signs of warmth and renewed happiness. She's been smiling more in recent posts, appearing serene, at peace and perhaps hopeful. The tabloids, of course, are buzzing with speculation. Could this be the start of a reconciliation? Or simply two souls finding closure after years apart? Kerem's emotional honesty during the interview revealed a man transformed, not just an actor recalling the past, but someone rediscovering the meaning of love and forgiveness. "If I had another chance today," he admitted, "I wouldn't want to leave anything unfinished. I've always loved her, and maybe I've never stopped." Those close to him say that this was not a scripted statement, it came straight from the heart. The actor, often known for his humor and confidence, appeared humbled, even vulnerable. As one of his friends put it, Kerem has matured a lot over these years. He's realized that true connection doesn't fade with time, it deepens. And perhaps that's why his confession resonated so deeply. In a world where love stories often end with silence, his words were a rare reminder that some emotions are simply too powerful to be buried forever. Within hours of Kerem's interview, the digital world lit up with emotion. Fans shared montages of the couple's past moments, clips from the series that started it all, and even fan-made videos captioned the love that time couldn't break. Even those who usually avoid celebrity gossip couldn't ignore the sincerity of Kerem's confession. It wasn't just about fame or publicity, it was about a human connection that had outlasted the noise. Insiders claim that after that emotional meeting, Kerem and Hande spoke privately for a long time. The conversation reportedly led to a decision to let go of the misunderstandings that once drove them apart. One source close to Kerem said, "He's more determined than ever. He told us, 'I don't want to lose her again.'" At the same time, people around Hande describe her as calm, smiling more often, and exuding the kind of peace that only comes when old wounds begin to heal. The change in her demeanor hasn't gone unnoticed. Fans have commented that she seems lighter and happier than she has in years. Looking back at their journey, Kerem Bürsin and Hande Erçel's story reads like a modern fairy tale, one that started under the spotlight, endured storms of fame, and somehow found its way back to where it all began. They first met on the set of a television series that would make them household names. Their chemistry, undeniable from the start, blurred the line between fiction and reality. Soon, their on-screen romance became a real-life one, followed passionately by millions. But as fame intensified and their schedules grew hectic, cracks began to appear. Privacy became impossible. Every argument became a headline, every moment a story. Eventually, they chose to go their separate ways, or so it seemed. Now, with Kerem's confession, the world is asking one burning question. Will Hande Erçel respond? Because, as Kerem himself said, some loves don't remain unfinished, they just wait for the right moment. And now, dear News Around viewers, it's your turn. Do you think Kerem and Hande's love story deserves a second chance? Can a relationship once broken truly be rebuilt on the same foundation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're here, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the join button to keep supporting News Around. Your engagement helps us share more heartfelt stories from the lives of the stars you love. As the echoes of Kerem Bürsin's emotional confession continue to ripple through the entertainment world, one thing is certain, this story has reminded everyone why love stories captivate us so deeply. Whether this marks the rebirth of a great romance or simply the closure of a beautiful chapter, the sincerity of his words will linger for a long time. Stay tuned, because if Hande Erçel decides to respond, you'll hear it first right here on News Around. Until then, keep your hearts open, your notifications on, and remember, some stories aren't meant to end. They're just waiting for the next page. This is News Around, where emotions become headlines and every truth finds its voice.